knowing is sort of relegated to the back of the room with regard to spiritual gifts because it's more nebulous. It's difficult to ferret it out in Scripture. It's difficult to explain it in natural language. And so we don't always know what to do with what we know because no one's ever taught us what to do with what we know. We've got to sort of navigate it, and it's not necessarily always well received because we're so hard to articulate what it is and where it came from. So one of the challenges with the gifts, we don't always know what we ought to know with the knowing. We don't always know what we ought to do with the knowing. In other words, sometimes we aren't sure why we know what we know. We know something, but why do we know it? And so sometimes we don't do anything, but that's not the answer. We get a knowing and we don't act on it. But God doesn't show us or cause us to know something for no reason. Everything we know, no matter how we know it, from hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, feeling, however we know a thing, there's a purpose for the knowing. God doesn't just share stuff with us because he doesn't have anything better to do. He is a God of purpose, and we know something, we're supposed to do something with what we know. But we start out, we don't know what to do. So when you don't know what to do with what you know, you can't go wrong with praying it out, praying it through, asking the Lord for more revelation, or even just praying, like let's say you just know something bad's going to happen. Well, or something good is going to happen. So you just begin to pray, Lord, I thank you for this knowing that something good is going to happen. Would you show me more about what this is that's going to happen so I can be ready to receive this good thing? Would you show me? Or something bad's going to happen. I just know it. Well, Lord, would you show me? Because I have this sense, I have this knowing that there's just something off. There's something wrong in the atmosphere. Would you show me more? So the knowing many times is an invitation to pray, to ask for more revelation on what the fragment that you've already received. So you can't go wrong with prayer. First, asking God for more prophetic intelligence or confirmation. You can also ask him for confirmation of the knowing. You can ask other people, are you sensing anything? I feel like, or you say, I have this knowing that something good is going to happen today. Are you sensing that? And maybe they saw an angel, or maybe they heard a true word of the Lord. And so their gift mix is different than yours, and their gift can confirm your knowing, but your knowing can also confirm their gift. Somebody can come to you and say, well, Lord's told me today something good's going to happen. And you can say, oh, I know that too. I had this knowing, just a strong, I just know in my spirit something good's going to happen. So they complement each other. That's why we need different gift mixes. Even within this church, we have different gift mixes. Some people are better at deliverance than they are at prophecy. Some people are better at prophecy than they are at preaching or teaching. And so that's why it's a body. So knowing is important. Then, whether you get more knowledge or not, you intercede with what you know. So if you know something good's going to happen today, you just have a knowing, Father, I thank you something good's going to happen today. I'm expecting something good to happen today. Would you order my steps so I can be in the right place at the right time to receive this good thing? Would you help me keep my spiritual eyes open so I don't overlook the blessing that you have for me? And you pray. This is a very low-level sort of example because a lot of the knowings really are for us. A lot of the knowings are for us. Now, if you're an intercessor, you may get knowings for the church. You may get knowings for a city, for a nation. When I